last day in Vietnam. This is District 1. Will I ever return? I hope not. Will I return if all the other countries, there's no options left in the other countries, and like no job offers and such? Probably yes. I would still take Vietnam over the majority of America, and that's just me being honest. What I think we shouldn't do is we shouldn't act like if someone says an opinion about a country that, oh my gosh, this person's wrong. What we should say is everyone has their own opinion, and you're entitled to yours, I'm entitled to mine. And what you have a lot of people doing is people getting upset if you share an opinion. And the reality is you're entitled to your opinion. Getting angry with someone over their opinion will not change anything. That's their opinion. So, no. So that's the reality. Anyway, you got people trying to sell you stuff and get you to go somewhere. And then, have this guy I'm clearly recording still tapping me. Ooh, Anyway, will I miss Vietnam? For the most part, no. And that's just my opinion. That's, it's based off my opinion. And my opinion is I don't think the culture is that great. And that's just plain and simple. I'm cutting to the root. And, oh my gosh, you gotta love the culture. How do you know? Maybe you loved it. I don't like a lot of this stereotypical East Asian vibes. For me, just not my cup of tea. And it's so vastly different. Now, will I miss my job? Yeah, I'll miss the lackadaisical nature of it. I'll miss the ease. I'll miss the coffee, like I said. I will not miss Vietnam. The culture matters because if you're in a culture that feels incompatible, then why would you stay there? And for me, Vietnam's culture is not compatible at all with, as far as this, a lot of stereotypical garbage like save face and such. I don't believe in it, and I don't follow it. And I think it's a ridiculous concept, to say the least. And yeah, that's Vietnam for them. And for me, I'm not going to put up with it anymore. I'm not going to put up with this reality. But if I ever run out of options for job opportunities and such abroad, then yeah, it's better than the U.S. But I would probably go to the South in the U.S. over this garbage. But anyway, I'm leaving. Hope to never come back, or hope to not feel the need to come back. It depends on what you prioritize. If you prioritize, cultural compatibility, if you prioritize some Western norms, then maybe Vietnam wouldn't be for you. And in my case, it's not for me. It's just not for me. And that's okay. You can cry about it all you want. But the reality is, opinions are like assholes, right? Everyone has an opinion. And this is my opinion. So, my biggest piece of advice before I log off is do your research. Do your research. And I'm not talking about just surface level things. I'm talking about under the surface. Think of every minor question you can think of before you enter another country, before you decide to live in another country. For me, I found myself doing research on the surface level stuff, the cost of living, job opportunities, but I didn't dive deeper. I didn't look at the history of a country. I didn't look at the history of my country and that country. I didn't look at all these minor things, all these subtle things. I didn't look at those things. I'm hoping this makes sense to you. So do your research on every little thing. And if you think that you covered everything, think about, challenge yourself more. Ask AI if you have to. What other questions must I ask? Go beneath the surface. Because then that little thing that you missed might be the thing that causes you to leave. So ask the questions, do the research, and ask people. And you need honest, brutally honest people, not people who deny certain things when it's blatantly obvious. So make sure you're surrounding yourself with truth tellers. That's what I would say.